it's maybe a 10-minute drive from where I got attacked to Cross House Hospital, and I can remember about a minute or two of it. So I don't know, losing blood, shock of everything. Then in the hospital, I remember quite vividly, and they asked if I was in pain, and I said no, and they were like, "We're still in shock. We're going to give you some morphine." They gave me 3 shots of morphine. Then Callum appeared, and I could see in his face, that something was really bad. And I had 2 doctors, one working on my hand, one working on my face, and I also have so I've got a scar from here to here, and I've also got one from here to here. They got in contact with my mum. My mum came in and she was like, my son's been attacked, where is he? And then she's like, I can hear him. The morphine was fully in my system and I was singing my heart out. So my mum came in, and I'll remember my mum's face. Through my university, I was at university at the time, and through them, they said I could get a laptop and a mini disc player if I went and done some counselling. So I seen my mum's face, I seen Callum's face. So my mum, stepdad and my sister had came to the hospital, and one of the things that I think that the counsellor got me to see was I saw people's that I loved's reaction to my face before I had seen it myself. So I don't know whether that put in my head when I finally, because what happened was they let me be and they were going to go and talk to my mum and my family outside. So I was in the room myself, and I got up. I was like, I need to go and see this. And I could see that there was a mirror over in the corner of the room. And I stood up and a load of blood fell from my body to the floor. But I went over and I stood next to the mirror, and I thought, whatever I see here, I can deal with. And I took a step to the left and I had a bandage on, and I pulled it down and I could see the inside of my face. It was like, so my scar's really good now, but for years it was bad, and it was very visible. I mean, it is still visible, but compared to what it was. But I remember thinking, I'll deal with this. So I stayed in the hospital for a few days. Police came to see me, which this detective came to see me, and I had to give an interview. Again, it just all seemed very surreal at the time. When I got home, I had a bandage on, I had a big plaster thing on my face, and the next week it was non-stop hospital, non-stop going to the police, non-stop police coming to me. It was a very, very strange thing for an 18-year-old boy to go through. I had to deal with my uni, and I had to email them and say, look, this has happened to me. The detective said he knew, he thinks that he knows who had done it. I was 18, the guy was 33 and had been in and out of jail and had loads of previous convictions. So again, in a strange way, I think that made me feel a bit better, and that it almost wasn't a targeted, it was wrong place at the wrong time. And one of the things I've always thought about my scar is if it was an inch higher, I would have lost an eye, and if it was an inch lower, I'd have lost my life. Had Callum not come back, so although Callum beat himself up for many years, had he not come back, the guy might have continued on. Had that car not skidded to a stop, I was losing blood. I don't know what would have happened. So there's lots of little things I'm grateful for after it.